Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
BoxingVoice.com live here with Johnny Nelson. How are you, man? Good to finally meet you. I've seen you so much, obviously, commentating and throughout the media. Wanted to get your thoughts, obviously, on a couple of fights. First and foremost is the reason I'm in town, Tyson Fury. We'll be fighting someone that is unknown to me, but the rumor is Deontay Wilder's commentating, and they will be announcing their fight. Now, obviously, in the media, Eddie Hearn was not 100% sure that this fight was going to take place. Then he switched his stance, and he feels it's going to take place. Where do you lie? Do you think Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are just selling tickets, blowing smoke, or is this really going to happen?
Well, I do find it a bit of an oddball, you know, throwing it in. I know Tyson Fury said he wanted a few more fights before he jumped in with AJ. Is that disrespecting Deontay, or we don't? I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works out. I think Tyson Fury in his day gives hell fight to anybody and everybody. If this is true and this fight is going to happen with Tyson Fury and Wilder, I think it's a wicked fight. It's a really good fight. Wilder needs an opponent that's got true solid credentials, and Tyson Fury is that fighter. Tyson Fury is the kind of fighter that doesn't fear no man. So I just saw. It was just a bit of a boomerang all of a sudden, this to come out of the blue. Deontay's coming over to the UK, going over to Ireland, sorry, to watch the fight, to commentate on the fight. Listen, if it happens, it happens. I'd be intrigued. I'd watch it. Like, we can all flag it down and say, it ain't going to. I'd watch it once they get in the ring. Tyson Fury, I think he's the kind of guy that, excuse my French, he doesn't chat much shit when it comes to fighting. If you're going to fight, we're going to fight. I'm not going to pretend I'm fighting it. I'm going to fight somebody else. So if Tyson Fury's endorsed it to say, yeah, this fight's on, I believe it's on. I believe it's going to happen. It's a case of him getting through this. Can you imagine, Tyson Fury wins, say if he beats Deontay Wilder, how massive a fight between Tyson Fury and AJ would be. So I suppose it's building up his stock, building up his value in that potential clash for Wilder. He needs somebody like Tyson Fury to say, right, this man is on my, I've got this scalp on my record. So I can understand why both fighters want it, need it, and it's only the public that'll benefit from it.
So, do you think that the winner of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder come out of here as the automatic A-side for the AJ negotiations, being as though that this is rumored to be a Showtime pay-per-view, and it would be the only pay-per-view, meaning Joshua has never done a U.S. pay-per-view? Okay,
well, you got to look at it this way. I cannot tell you how much money Deontay Wilder gets paid a fight. I can't tell you how much money Tyson Fury gets paid a fight. I can tell you, the person that gets paid a hell of a lot right now for fighting who he's fought is AJ. So therefore, he's a flip side, because who is Wilder going to fight? Who is Fury going to fight apart from each other to generate that kind of money? Now you're talking a lot of money what AJ's pulling in per fight. So that means he's not just a fighter, he's a brand. So therefore, when you get in the ring with him to fight him, you've got to think to yourself, well, this guy, he's the A-star because this guy's the one that's pulling this kind of dough in for these massive fights here. I get it's about fighters' pride, but common sense tells you the most popular fighter in the world is Anthony Joshua. In the heavyweight scene, is Anthony Joshua. You like it or not, even though he's not a massive pay-per-view star out there in the States, he's saying, well, why do I have to be? I'm big here. You know, I fill arenas out, I get almost 100,000 people watching me. Why would I have to be? And so I understand what he's saying. He's saying, come and fight me here. This is where the money is. This is where the action is. This is where the fights are. Come and do it.
But isn't that where the negotiation power comes in? If Tyson or Wilder were able to come out of here as a winner with a decent pay-per-view U.S. buys, they would have some negotiation power because AJ has never done a pay-per-view in the U.S.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. So therefore, they've got to match the kind of money that AJ's pulling here to put an offer on the table. So if they say, we guarantee you 50 million, no less than 50 million when you come boxing in the US, then AJ has no excuse to say no. But they can't guarantee they're going to top what the kind of money he's pulling here. They've got to guarantee that. And that's the downside. The American TV networks can do that. Are they willing to do it? I don't know. But it's business. The fighters want the fight, so I'm not disrespecting Fury, Wilder, or AJ. It's the politics of our game that mess it up. You know, because it's about the business side, it's where the money comes in. But TV, that's what messes it up. There's great fights that never happen because of that side of it. There's great fights that nearly never happen. Say, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson nearly never happened because you had two different TV networks fighting over fights. Hopefully, you know, these three will dance together. You know, at some point, some way, some form. But it's a politics that messes the game up because all three of them are fighting men. All three of them want to fight. So I can't say one man doesn't want to fight the other. I've met all three of them. I've heard how they talk. I know how they look. You know, if a fighter's talking bullshit, these guys aren't talking shit. You know, they want to try and push this fight up, negotiate up as high as they can. So you've got to give them more credit.
Do you expect fireworks in a press conference between Wilder and Fury?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Deontay Wilder is the most colourful, braggadocious heavyweight out there at the moment. Tyson Fury. He'll shout, he'll try and back up the balls, he'll say, oh, you've got two guys, you've got two bulls that are going to be in a China shop and they will throw insults and insults. They will be on each other because they want to get inside each other's head. So there's no way Wilder's going to sit back and say, you know what, we'll see fight night. There's no way Fury's going to say, you know what, we'll see fight night. They got to see what's on the chest. They wear their heart on their sleeves. So these two, I think the build for this will be unbelievable. I think it'll be such a good build-up because things could get out of hand. But I saw when Fury boxed Klitschko, the day of the fight, this guy was still playing mind games. The day of the fight, this man was still making noise. The day of the fight, he came down to the arena. A few hours before the show started, got in the ring and said, I'm going home. And they went, what? He said, I'm going home. And he hustled him into the point of taking the padding out of the canvas because it was too thick. And I remember when we were at the training camp, Klitschko wouldn't let any press get close to the ring. We were like 4 foot away, so he couldn't lean on it. And everybody training there, you could see the feet sinking in it. Tyson Fury said, I ain't fighting. I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose everything. Sue me. So they have to drag it out. You know, all these things, he's willing to say, back up his bones, say, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not doing. So I think with these two fighting each other, I think it's going to be one of the most ear-bleeding experiences for anybody listening. But I do think I am intrigued.
Will either man get the credit because Tyson's coming off a 3-year layoff? So if Wilder wins, the detractors may say, you know, Tyson wasn't fully at his prime, and if Tyson wins, you know, there's people out there that still say Wilder hasn't fought anyone.
You see, Wilder, unfortunately, is too good for his own good because the people he's fighting, he's making it look so easy. And my props for Wilder went up when he boxed Ortiz because nobody wanted to fight Ortiz. Nobody wanted to fight him. Look at what he did with it. You know, he did it in fashion. He smashed it. And I thought, you know what? I will never doubt this man again. For Tyson Fury, yeah, they're going to say that about Tyson Fury. Of course they're going to say it. But they said that about Tyson Fury before he boxed Klitschko. And then when he beat Klitschko, they said it was a fluke. AJ beat Klitschko, they said he was over the hill. Give credit where credit's due. So I think these two guys, especially Tyson Fury, if he's going in the fight to fight Deontay Wilder, he will be the same driven fighter that got in the ring that boxed Klitschko. There's too much at stake for him to roll over.
That's, oops, sorry about that.